I want to hear what kind of music this thing has. Let's see. Let's try lo-fi. I like it. Let's try future pop. I just had to check and see if y'all could hear it. It's kind of awesome. Let me turn it down a little bit. There we go. Ooh, hang on, 90 Day Fiance.
Hello, welcome back.
That a bit loud.
Back to another 90 Day Fiance recap. We're going to talk about Brandon and Mary. It's a hot Sunday morning in the Philippines, and Mary and Brandon are walking to church hand in hand. While Mary is inspecting their surroundings to see if there's another girl within 5,000 feet of them that Brandon could potentially look at, Mary says he has to go to church and he has to believe in God, a relationship to work in order for them to get married because her faith is very important to her. So they get to church, and as soon as they sit down, Mary tells him, "Don't you dare look at any hoe. Eyes on the priest."
Don't look at girls. Just look like at the priest.
She's so psycho.
Don't look at girls, okay? Like I told you.
Okay.
Can
Oh
you
my
just
God.
imagine? You're in a sermon, and someone's talking in a foreign language that you don't understand. It's going on and on and on. And you get bored. It's not like you have your phone you can look at. So what do you naturally do? You look around. And so that's what Brandon did. And he just looked around, and Mary was like, "Remember, I told you not to look at any girls, Brandon. Look at me. Look at me."
Just look at me. When you're not looking at the priest.
Oh my God.
This is too much. Mary keeps looking at his eyes to see where he's looking the whole time. And when service ends and they have to like turn around to leave the church, she stares at his eyes to see where
Watching
they're
her
looking.
90 Day
And she
Fiance
tells him,
recap thingy.
"Don't look at girls."
I know, right?
Don't look at girls.
So let me tell you about this 90 Day Fiance couple.
If you have to.
This is the couple that was on the phone 24/7 on video call. He finally made it to the Philippines.
Right.
And they're in church, and she's like, "Don't look at girls. Look at when the priest isn't talking, just look at me. Don't look at girls."
Well, I'm out.
Right?
Holy cannoli, this is insane. This is, she needs help. This is not okay.
She does need help.
She needs some help. I'm sorry. Can we just talk about this transition for a second?
Oh.
Like, I don't know why I find it funny, Maybe it's because it's so clear that the producers told them to look angry and they're trying really hard to look angry that it looks so fake. They walk back home from church and it's super dark outside. Anyway, Mary's like,
Wow,
did you
apparently
like
church
church?
lasted all
I
day.
really want you to go every Sunday and you need
To believe in God and don't look at any other woman.
I want you to know and believe that God really exists.
I mean, okay, I just want to be clear about something.
I was proud of Brandon because he stood up for himself. He was like, listen, bitch. I'm just kidding. He didn't say that. It was like, listen, I'm willing to learn, but I'm not going to be forced into submission. And I'm not going to be told who to look at and who to talk to. And instantly, you can tell she gets a little uncomfortable. And she's like, okay, well, you can do it if you want to. And like, it's not about what I want. It's about you trying to control me. And she says, I only told you not to look at girls because we were at church. You gotta focus. Okay, save that bull crap for another. Okay.
It's not about what I want, Mary. It's about you trusting me, not having this lack of faith in each other.
Yeah, Brandon, kill her.
And of course, what does she
There
do?
you go. Think about
Right.
that.
Oh.
You bet she does.
Oh, shit. Okay, Mary's gonna cry. She's gonna cry. Just watch. She's gonna cry.
And there it is.
Listen, she says she can't help herself. At least she's being honest. And Brandon's like, listen, I spent 2 years on the phone with you, in a relationship with you, everything in my life.
2
and moved
years
here for
on
you. Do you
FaceTime.
really think I'm going to leave you and cheat on you? And she says, a lot of people promise to never leave me, but they did. And it's sad. And she's obviously traumatized. Of course, it does not excuse her actions, but she is traumatized. And this is like a result of her trauma that she hasn't worked through. Again, this doesn't excuse her actions because I know people are going to be like, but I just said it doesn't excuse her actions. Anyway, she absolutely needs to get some kind of help or therapy to address this and work through this. This doesn't mean she's a bad person. I don't believe she's evil. I don't think she's malicious. And I absolutely believe her when she says that she literally cannot help it. Like, this is just how her brain works.
I just can't stop myself from being jealous. I'm afraid to be left behind.
She gets insecure, she gets jealous, and then she gets super anxious. And I think her anxiety takes over. And I only say this because I'm a reformed psycho-jealous biatch from my teen
Right.
years to my early 20s. I wasn't controlling like her, but I struggled so freaking much with jealousy. It consumed my life. I was miserable. I was petty. I was crazy. So Brandon tells her, you have to let go of control and accept that I'm going to talk and look at anybody else without leaving you.
Would you finally let go of your fear of abandonment?
Maybe.
It's kind of hard to hold on to, maybe.
Do what you want me to do.
I want you to trust that I can look and talk to anyone without leaving you.
And then find someone else.
I was super impressed with Brandon's boundaries. At this point, Brandon is begging her to trust him.
Anything you want, but you only have to do one thing for me, and that is to trust me.
But damn, I really don't think she can do it because she hasn't worked through it. She hasn't addressed problems, and she like there's a lot of
Spoiler
work that
alert,
goes
these
into
two already got married.
recovering from jealousy. And I was super impressed.
Five minutes.
Thank you for your support.
I know what you're thinking. Oh my God. And you'd be right. Be afraid. Yeah, it can make it weird.
Have a little update on our no-name secret baby number 1, and no, that is not his name, I just haven't settled on one yet. He's still pretty stuffed up, which means he can't smell his food, so he's still
The heck? Come on. My mouse isn't working. There we go. Oh, come on.
Accused of trying to overturn that state's 2020 presidential results. Drew Peterman has the latest.
As some presidential candidates get ready for their first debate in Milwaukee, co-defendants in the case accusing Trump and allies of trying to steal the 2020 election in Georgia, turning themselves into authorities in Atlanta. That includes John Eastman, Trump election attorney and alleged architect of the alternative elective scheme, who's charged with 9 counts in the case.
Did they do a mugshot now with himself?
No comment. Trump confirming in a Truth Social post he will surrender at the courthouse in Atlanta on Thursday. Court documents show his lawyers already negotiated a $200,000 bond. The Republican National Committee announcing 8 candidates qualified to be on the debate stage Wednesday night.
I don't like that. Yes, them. Here's the 8 GOP hopeful. I don't like any of them.
Couple I like more than others.
Yeah.
They include fierce Trump critics. Nominating someone who's out on
Chris
in
Christie.
4 jurisdictions is not a winning formula. And defenders. Wherever possible, I would pardon him because I want to move this nation forward. Trump is skipping the debate, claiming his lead in the primary is so large and his policy so well known, there's no need to participate. I think he owes it to people. We shouldn't be displaying a sense of entitlement. For counter-programming, the former president recording an interview with former Fox News host Tucker Carlson. How and when people will see it is on Carlson has been releasing interviews on X, formerly known as Twitter, since getting fired by Fox News earlier this year. A new poll from NBC News and the Des Moines Register of Iowa voters shows Trump with a sizable lead.
Ew. I don't like those numbers at all. Iowa caucus says Trump has 42%, DeSantis has 19%.
But there could be a glimmer of hope for the challenger. That same poll shows a majority of Iowa Republicans are open to a new candidate, taking the wins as a
Connect with you. It's something that matters.
Well, I was trying to show you the,
I'm all right.
no, not the gay, the polls. Trying to show you the polls.